There's only one. No.
Check. Hey, man, let me get a one in the chat if y'all can hear me, man. Throw a one in. Where's everybody at? Let me see. I got 1 W's, man. Let me see. We got Chakra King Black in the house. Ezra. Let me see. Princess Kanaya. Ishar Bonaparium. Mr. Sapio TV. Let me see who we got. Captain Zark said he gonna be calling in. Siri Jolie. Who else is here, man? You know what I'm saying? My man Jay. Who's here? Let's see. Raka Arya. Fool to the wise. I mailed your hoodie finally. Forgive me. It's on the way. Oh, let me do this. The hell? Oh, yeah, we could do it like that. Let me see. Phone lines are working this week. Let me see. We got a phone. We actually got somebody on the line right now. I'm going to get to you in a minute. This is Cross the Line Radio. Headquarters going to be joining me soon. Yeah, fool to the wise, man. Apologies. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me, man, but your hoodie is on the way. Dallas in the house. Shout out to Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody there. Yo, join the link. Tap in with us. Let's hit the phone lines real quick. Let's see what we got going on. 646-302. You're on the Cross Line Radio. State your name. Where you calling from? (646) Yo, what's up, man? Who's it? Most High Christ. Yeah, man. Cap, like I said, I believe he's gonna call in. Waiting for him to tap in with us. Headquarters will be joining us soon.
Shalom Shabbatah.
Speak of him. Ishabrakta. Officer Shargapan, no stranger to cross the line.
Most High Christ.
I ain't been seeing no XP videos, man. You all right?
Yeah, you just haven't been looking, so they up there.
I don't see it. I ain't seen nothing.
For everyone who doesn't know what Captain Kataza is saying, you can go to my Instagram, type in AG, the number 1 West. You can see all the new videos. You can go to on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, XP Real Show. Sorry, Real REAL XP Show. See all the latest drops.
The Real XP Show.
But you know what? If you want to see something, you should go on ISUPK Harlem. We got some dope ass videos on there from this past camp. Brothers want to see some sovereign strawman. I'm not a black native. I'm a black Indian videos. You know, you want to see some prostitutes offer and solicit us sex and us turn them down and them get angry at us for turning them down.
That's insane.
You can go on ISUPK Harlem on YouTube and subscribe.
Wild. Absolutely wild, man. Yo, subscribe to the new channel, man. Source Code Anime.
Oh, that's you, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Just know we got a whole manga and an animation coming, but right now, you know what I'm saying, there's going to be dropping a whole bunch of music and playlists. Also, we rebuilt the store. There's still going to be some new features that get added. But, oh, man. Excuse me. But we rebuilt the store on what do you call it? On Join Tribe Vibes. You know what I'm saying? We still got the short sets, the hoodies, the shirts. And then now also for anybody who doesn't want to actually subscribe, we're going to be putting the music up for purchase as well. I mean, now if y'all want to, you know, buy music and albums digitally, you can, but you can get everything streaming, all the artists, you know what I'm saying, for $7.99 a month. Captain Akkad's album is streaming exclusively on Tribe Vibes, and I'm almost done with mine. I'm going to be releasing a new song every week up till Passover, and maybe a little bit past, depending on how many songs it's going to be on the project. We got some stuff. I actually got something else I'm going to play for y'all in a little bit. And the book, KJ Verified, is finished. I'm not sure if I'm going to do pre-orders, but I'm going to have limited copies Passover week. So tap in with us, man.
Now, sir.
Uh-huh.
You know, Passover is coming, right?
Facts.
So you pay your Passover fee if you haven't.
Facts.
I want to know what's going on for the all black party. Can we get a little sneak peek, like a preview of what to expect?
Yes, everyone will be in all black, like the shirt I'm wearing. Next question.
Ah, come on. Any you know, do we know who's going to be performing?
Next question.
Will Ice be there?
For your beverages. Next question.
All right, let's get to it.
Country Media Productions, because the scripture says never go empty-handed. That's why. So my man, Righteous Hater, man, you said you had some fire and some heat for the Catholic Church. Right.
Is someone talking? I can't hear nothing.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry, brother. Hold on. They can't hear you. That's my fault. I did some goofy things. Hold on, man. Let me. Shh. I be forgetting, man. I hate this new routing system that they got. It makes everything way more complicated than what it has to be for no reason.
I'm branded.
It used to StreamYard, man. Used to be able to just stream everything straight through. Now it don't let you. But go ahead, brother. They can hear you now.
Oh, no doubt. That's because y'all blowing up. They trying to shut y'all down, but you can't stop this truth from coming out. That's what that is. That's what that's about, Katazar. Y'all smoking. Y'all got the airlines hot as I don't know what. But anyway, the two Mexican dudes, the two Catholics that y'all set fire to, and I had no knowledge of what that doctrine of discovery was about. And when you dropped that, I was like, oh, snap. And he was lying. He brought out like 3 folks that came out and spoke against it. But it was that's like 3 people against 100,000 people. And all they did was wash them up and kept the doctrine of discovery going on. Just like they do with the molestation, the same thing. They might bust 2 or 3 ministers that's doing it, but like Captain Tazariak said, what they call it, like pederasty. Catholic Church is deep into that, yo. But they won't talk about it. And all the Catholics that y'all debated, you know, they calling in talking about is Mary perpetual virgin, and is Jesus Christ God? Yo, y'all don't already squash that. Don't call in on that. Don't debate that. Debate why it's like 10,000 victims just in New York City that been molested by these pedophile priests. How about that? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I think
Christ said this: you have omitted the weightier matters of the law, which is justice and mercy. We're the justice and mercy for the 10,000 victims of New York City. We don't give a damn if Mary was a perpetual virgin or Christ is God. Come on, Christ done already said that he ain't the head. He done already, so why is y'all debating that? Only reason they debating that, they don't want to go up against the Catholic Church. And shout out to y'all. Y'all the only platform that's on the internet that's speaking out against it. Ain't nobody else speaking out. Ain't nobody in the Catholic Church speaking out about it. Ain't nobody from the conscious community speaking out about it. Cross the Line is the only one that got a platform for victims like myself to speak out on what done happened through them. And I'm not just talking about the Catholic Church. I'm talking about whoever been molested.
Okay. So I think, you know what I'm saying, you're 100% right. And definitely they ran a ring that was bigger than what Epstein had going on. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to realize, man, they've been sexually abusing kids for centuries inside that organization. This isn't something that's, you know, just isolated to the last couple of decades. Them priests been on that, like the crimes and atrocities of the Catholic Church, and then they have the audacity to act as if they sit in Peter's seat. It's really disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But real quick, we do got a super chat question that came in. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that got questions, man, if you can't call up, super chat them. You know what I'm saying? Because we not We're not taking challenging questions, and y'all scared to cross the line.
Yeah, join the stream.
You know what I'm saying? You could join the stream, and or you could call up. But was there a war in heaven? The war in heaven hasn't happened yet. The war in heaven is going to take place in the middle of World War III, which we're in the beginning of right now. They're going to stop fighting each other when Christ returns and try to fight Christ and the angels. That's the war that's going to take place in heaven. The war in heaven is going to take place in the sky. It's going to take place with the Space Force. It's going to take place with the Air Force, with the Army, with the Marines, with the Navy. You understand? It's going to take place with God's military, you understand, versus these folk. All right. But brother, hold on one second. I'm gonna get a couple of these other callers that hit up, and we'll get back to the Catholic Church. All right.
Handle your business.
My brother. 919-417. You're on the air with Cross the Line Radio. State your name, where you calling from.
Shalom.
Who's this?
So, like I said, it's Officer Maya Shaw in Durham, North Carolina zone.
What's up, man? You got a question or a comment?
Yeah, come on, sir. I got a question. I just needed a little more clarification. Because I might have confused myself. It's in 2nd Ezra 13 and 45.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, sir. So, basically, where it says, "For through the country there was a great way to go."
Mm-hmm.
So basically, is this saying what is Ezra saying when the Northern tribe was traveling through the Americas? It was roughly a year and a half.
So you got to think they were leaving. You know what I'm saying? They were leaving the Assyrian captivity together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And the whole journey to get to the country from Assyria to there was a year and a half.
Okay. So for through that country, that was a great way to go. So basically, that was just the whole journey from there.
Yeah. So exactly.
Okay.
So from starting point, from point A to point B, through to, you know what I'm saying, through the country. You know what I'm saying? From there to Aratazah, you know what I'm saying, or Aretz, the new country, the new land, the place where no man had dwelt.
Okay. The water for that, sir. Appreciate that.
And the bar.
All right, sir.
That's it.
Yeah, come on, sir.
Oh man, y'all like that. All right, I appreciate you. Shalom. You should break that. 646-709. You're on the air with Cross the Line Radio. State your name, where you calling from.
Yo, what up, Cat? This is Trevor from Queens.
What's up, man? You got a question or a comment?
Yeah, I called in all the time. I spoke with Captain Tazariak not too long about just a clarifying question.
Okay.
So whenever people ask Cap, how did we get to West Africa? I know he says 70 AD.
Mm-hmm.
We went, from 70 AD, we fled into Africa, and that's basically how we got to West Africa. But from my research, the paper trail shows that after 70 AD, we went into North Africa. Rome actually took us back into Roman population. And then, that's when we separate into the Byzantine Empire, then we control Europe. And then from then ruling Europe, it looks like there was the Spanish Inquisition. And then they kicked us out of Spain. And then there's this island called Saint Thome, I think it's called, where basically everyone from West Africa that was shipped kind of came through that island first, because it was a port of Portugal. So Portugal owned that part of West Africa, and then shipped us through there from Spain onto an island called Saint Thome. It's like a seasoning island where they season all the Jews in Spain below the age, I believe, of 15. And then anyone above that age, they sent them to China, India, and different parts of like Arab countries.
Okay, so things that you're saying is true. You know what I'm saying? But you got to realize it's like what you're saying is almost like, okay, for example, the transatlantic slave trade, even when it started, it was something that went on over centuries and then expanded through the countryside. Even when it comes down to 70 AD, you know what I'm saying? There's a reason why Christ was talking about flee into the mountains. There were people who did escape. There were tribes and droves of people who fled into West Africa, and there were people who were taken by Rome. You know what I'm saying? So two things can be true at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You have people who did escape into West Africa, and then you had people who were taken into Roman captivity, joined their military, eventually fought, overthrew the government, started the Byzantine Empire, and then ruled up till 1453, and in the process was expanding into France, into, you know what I'm saying, England, so on and so forth. So it's like, you know, like the things you're saying are true. They definitely went into Spain, and the original Sephardim was us. You know what I'm saying? So like those points are true, but they're not the only things that happen, and you have other things that were contemporary. So at the same time, people were fleeing, people were getting captured in 70 AD. You understand?
I got you. Okay, so we did. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, yes, because I saw that we went down up until, because we did go to what's that place called? We got to the Congo and whatnot. So yeah, it makes sense. We were in West Africa.
Yeah, so you don't want to look at anything as totality. Like nothing is total. Like even when we talk about the North and the Southern Kingdom, that doesn't mean there wasn't anybody from the Southern Kingdom in the North, or there wasn't anybody from the Northern Kingdom in the South. We always talk about how Judah, Benjamin, and Levi were the main tribes in Judea during the time of Christ. But then we read about Anna the prophetess, who was from the tribe of Asher. Nothing is totality. You know what I'm saying? Like just because you got Harlem and Spanish Harlem doesn't mean that there's no Latinos in Harlem, and doesn't mean that there's no black people in Spanish Harlem. It's just predominant populations. So nothing is ever 100%.
Copy. All right, copy. I got you. All right, well, no doubt. That's all. Appreciate it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, my man. Shalom.
All right, Cap.
310-873. You're on the Air Cross Line Radio. State your name. Where you calling from?
I'm Jerome from California, and I just wanted to say I've been following y'all's channels for a long time, right? But I just wanted to say that I'm white and Jewish, and I just wanted to know how do I apologize, because I didn't know any of this stuff. I really didn't know any of this stuff about like the Jews and the whites on the or like perpetrating the transatlantic slave trade. So how do I apologize, or how do we as Jewish white people make up for our sins?
Man, send all your money to the ISUPK.
Send all my money where?
To the ISUPK. Go to isupk.com and make donations every week.
But what, I mean, you know, even though I'm Jewish, I don't really have too much money. I mean, what else can I do? Is there a spiritual way to?
That's
you can go to the bank. You can go to the bank. Hold on. You can go to the bank, take out bank loans. Once you get those bank loans, then you can deposit the entire bank loan that you took out into the ISUPK bank account by making a donation on ISUPK.com.
Well, you know what, Brokey, get off my line.
Yeah.
All right.
We don't talk to broke boys. Don't get airtime.
614-965. You're on the Air with Cross the Line Radio. State your name. Where you calling from?
I know that's right.
Let me try to mute and unmute you. 614. You're on the Air with Cross the Line Radio. State your name. Where you calling from?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, my name is James. I'm calling from Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio, South Side.
Shalom.
I'm from the North Side. I'm from
okay.
South Limbo.
My man from South Afghanistan. Go ahead, though, man. What's happening?
Yeah, it's pretty rough where I'm from. But basically, I want to ask you a question, because I live in the South Bronx, too, so I'm universal. You just broke down Revelation 12.
Okay.
And you said that the war in heaven between Michael and Archangel Lucifer, it hasn't happened yet. That is the war between Space Force, and they're going to attack Michael when he comes with Christ. Is that what you said? Is that what I'm understanding?
So, from your understanding, I see how you would get that, but Lucifer is not an archangel. Lucifer is the king of Babylon.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to have the argument with you. I understand the scriptures very well. I just wanted to get your take on it, because I'm trying to figure out, if that's your take on it, how does Revelation 19 come into play when Christ is coming to make war with the beast here on earth? Space Force doesn't dwell in heaven. They don't have a place in heaven. The only thing Space Force could do is shoot up missiles. Mankind does not.
I don't think you
He
heard
doesn't have a
everything I
nest in
said.
heaven. They don't have spaceships flying around in heaven that's going to challenge the so-called UFOs.
I don't think that you heard everything that I said. And I can tell just because it sounds like you speaking from emotionalism.
What's emotional?
I said the Space Force, the Air Force, the Marines, the Army, the Navy. And I said, and all the nations of the earth are going to try to fight. I said in the middle of World War III, which we are in the middle of. I said when Christ returns, they are going to stop fighting each other and attempt to fight Christ and the angels. And I named every branch of the military and said all of them are going to try to fight Christ and the angels.
Okay, I hear you. You're not just saying Space Force, but fill me out. If Revelation 19
I am saying Space Force because the Space Force, you understand, is was not made, you understand, just to counteract missiles. The Space Force is because you think that this white man doesn't know Christ is coming back. You think he doesn't know who he has in captivity? You think you think they don't look into prophecy? Of course they do. This is a very researched beast. And they're trying to prevent Christ, and I'm speaking to you.
Revelation 19 says Christ and Michael is going to come and wage war against the beast on the earth and destroy them on the earth, and the bird's going to eat their flesh when they're done.
Okay.
Where is this a war that's taking place in heaven, where the scriptures say there was no place found in heaven for them anymore, and they were cast down from the earth? When did the white man dwell in heaven? When is this nest among the stars?
The white man dwelt in heaven when he ruled the earth. That's the whole point of it. Heaven is rulership of the planet Earth. Right. It's a high estate. Being the
so why did the Most High heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool?
Does it sound like I finished answering your question, or does it sound like I finished responding?
Look, man, don't try to act hard on the radio.
Nobody trying to act anything on the radio right now. What I'm saying is, you called this show. I'm responding to you, and you don't want the answer. It sounds like you want to be on your soapbox.
No, I want to ask you a question.
No. So if you ask a question, then you got to.
If heaven is
if you want the question answered, you got to shut your mouth.
So
you make me shut my mouth, bitch.
Oh, I got you. I got you, bitch. Now your mouth is shut now, ain't
it? He said, Captain Carter's.
Yeah. Did that work for you?
Oh man. I don't know what is it. I guess there's something in the water, man. People just don't have discipline nowadays. Thank God.
How you gonna ask me a question and you don't want the answer to it?
Oh man.
It's lucky how I struck the phone.
Hey, you struck and just know it'll be that easy to shut your mouth in real life.
Yeah.
What's up, Matabar?
Ain't nothing much, Cap. That brother, he was trying to wild off. He one of the same ones that won't try to save Esau. That's all it is.
Yeah, he's an idiot. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I told him about, he said Archangel Lucifer, like, you fucking idiot. All right, let me see. We got what is this? Dark light. What is it? What does it say? Delirium. I can't. It's cut off. It says ...
What up?
What's up? You got a question or comment?
Delirium. There we go.
Yeah. Followers of Abraham are a blood cult of sin worshippers. Yahweh, Jesus, and Allah are desert war gods of hypocrisy, not the actual one true creator.
Yeah. Run that back one more time.
Followers of Abraham are a blood cult of sin worshippers. Yahweh, Jesus, and Allah are desert war gods of hypocrisy, not the actual one true creator.
Okay.
Does it sound like a lot of confusion?
I think Islam is trash. I also think Judaism is trash, and I think Christianity is trash. So I mean,
yeah, me too. So we're aligned on that part at least, anyway.
Yeah, I think somebody said he looked like the dude from Stranger Things. You actually do. That's funny as shit.
I can see it.
But
you.
but yeah, so as to what you're saying, like Christianity is definitely sun worship. I think Islam is rock worship,
Yeah.
and Jewish people worship money. I worship the actual God of Abraham. You know what I'm saying? Isaac and Jacob. That's the one true and living God.
I disagree.
Okay, so and what's your argument?
My argument is that the so you're basing that on the Torah or what?
I'm basing that on Genesis to Revelations, the entire Bible.
Yeah, yeah. So the Torah, the Bible, and the Quran are idols. The
What's an idol?
an idol is simply a totem that you claim is the source of divine revelation, which many followers of Abraham do. They claim their holy
Can you give
books
me
are the source of
Can you
divine
give me the Bible?
revelation.
I was just about to say, somebody get the definition of idol from the Zondervan and read the actual. It's like, I don't know what it is about 2026. Like, people like to change the definition of words. We're in a very weird climate.
There we go. Thank you.
I do not capitulate to the broken theology of Abraham. Therefore, I do not submit to your definitions.
Okay, well, we're going to read this definition, and we're going to tell you what the actual definition is.
Yeah. This is the Zondervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary. Just like with anything in life, you want to know the meaning of something, you get a dictionary. This is for the Bible. It says idol. See idolatry. Idolatry in ancient times included two forms of departure from the true religion: the worship of false gods, whether by means of images or otherwise, and the worship of Jehovah by means of images. So it says the worship of false gods. That's what idol and idolatry is.
Yeah, so the Bible, you understand, is not the worship of false gods. The Quran is.
Yes.
And now, are there people who have used the Bible, you know what I'm saying, as a mascot to worship false gods? Absolutely. But as far as what's actually contained inside the record, you'd be wrong.
Yeah.
That's an opinion. I am saying that Yahweh is a false god, is what I'm saying, which is why
I don't serve Yahweh.
Sounds like a video game character.
Now what?
Okay, well, me neither. What's up? I don't either.
I serve the Most High. I don't serve Yahweh. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no pantheon out here that I recognize. I serve the one true living God, and it just so happens.
But you get the revelation through the Torah.
So it's not so much as just the revelation. You get the code of ethics that He gave to us, and the history of the covenant that He gave to His chosen people.
Well, see, that's the thing right there, because the one true Creator owns all people. There is no one people. And once again, I do not capitulate to the Abrahamic.
Is the God of the universe. However, He has favorites, and He picked a chosen people to be His favorite. That's His right, and that's what He did.
That's a desert war god of hypocrisy. That is not the actual one true Creator. All people are His people.
No, Israel is His people.
No.
Yeah. I mean, we're basically like, here's the thing, right? I have an ancient document that goes back for eons, and this book,
I have divine sovereignty.
You have
I don't need a manuscript. I have divine sovereignty.
You have feelings.
Divine sovereignty.
You don't have divine sovereignty. You have feelings and thoughts and notions inside your mind.
Divine sovereignty is our inseparable connection to the actual one true Creator. We all have divine sovereignty.
Okay, and what's your proof for what do you have to substantiate your claim?
Yeah, let's hear this.
Yeah, I have my my thoughts just like you got. That's all I need.
That's
my
what I told you. So all of this is in your head.
All of everything is in everyone's head.
All of this is in your silly mind.
Yeah, all of your book is in your soul mind as well. So I mean,
So
we're equal.
I would say no. I would say this is where, you know what I'm saying, you start to lose any leverage inside the conversation. This book that was written thousands of years ago is predicting the future that we're living today. You know what I'm saying? Like, or the present that we're in was the future to them. And we know what's going to come. We knew World War III was coming. We know Christ is coming back. We knew the Euphrates was going to dry up. We knew that there would be wars and rumors of wars. We knew that Russia would invade Ukraine. Why? Because of this record. All you have is your silly mind.
So in this divine sovereignty that you claim, is there like a guideline on how you should live your life, like a rules and how standards or moral compass you live your life by, or you just do as you please?
No, everything within creation is His expression. The one true Creator makes no demands on creation.
Ashar, when you ask him a question like that, you got to give him room to hang himself.
Okay, go ahead.
So everything, say that again. Everything in creation is what?
Everything within creation is His expression. The one true Creator makes no commands or demands on the creation.
Okay, so Epstein and all of the child abusers, was that his expression?
Absolutely. And so was all the horrendous things contained within the Torah.
So your God would have been on Epstein's island.
No, what I'm trying to say is all consciousness is an extension. Are you going to let me answer or what? All consciousness is an extension of the omni-consciousness. We are all co-creators within the Godhood. Therefore, we are all an extension of God.
Got you. So here's what has to happen, though. If you see this on the screen, that 5 + 5, we got to put you in timeout for 5 minutes. Somebody start the timer. They don't want to hear from you. We'll bring you back in 5.
Damn, man.
Damn, it was just getting good too, because you know what I'm saying. He basically was saying, you know what I'm saying, God don't got no problem with pedophilia.
Timer set. That is absolutely crazy. When he said that, I was like, God would have. So your divine sovereign God would have.
That's why you couldn't interrupt him, Ashar. You gotta hear what he's gonna say to find the angle, my brother.
So you there for a reason.
This is Most High Christ. 504-339. You're on the air with Cross the Line Radio while Dark and Light is in timeout.
He said God was sipping pina coladas and touching on little kids. That's crazy.
I'm gonna mute and unmute. 504.
Hey, how's it going, brother?
What's going on, man?
Doing good, man. So I've been in the truth about 2 years.
Yeah.
I can't hear your voice. I could see you talking on a computer, but I can't hear your voice over the phone.
But you can't. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Look at the computer. So yeah, so there's a couple of questions as I've been coming into the truth, and some of the things that y'all say always line up. I'm like, okay, I caught that too. But as I'm reading, one of the things I know Christians bring in a lot, they bring in the fact that, like, you know, they'll bring out the fact, and so they'll bring in that Jesus is God and God is Jesus. Can y'all see in any type of way, if someone just reading the text plainly, whether they Israelites or not, that they can see, like, okay, sometimes this sounds like Jesus and sometimes it sounds like God? I can get to the New Testament where God says, you know, Jesus will say that I'm the Son, but I'll read another text when he'll say before Abraham was I am. And I know y'all probably went over this.
Can you turn us down in the background? We're getting a reverb. I don't know where it's coming from.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, good.
Can you explain why in some of the text it's saying that Jesus is God? I mean, like in Isaiah, I believe he's saying, I'm the Alpha, I'm the Omega, so on. He'll say the same thing in Revelation.
In Isaiah, that's not Jesus saying that.
But that's God saying that. But in Revelations, that's Jesus saying that, right?
All right, and what he was talking about in Revelations, okay, you know when it says what you bind on earth, or what you bind in heaven you bind on earth, and what you bind in heaven you bind on earth, or what you bind on earth you bind in heaven.
Yes.
You know when it also says that thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Yes.
The structure that's above is going to be set up on earth. Christ is the Most High's representation. When it calls him the Alpha and Omega, it's talking about him being the first man Adam and the last man Adam. It's talking about the completion down here. You know what I'm saying? The first man Adam brought sin into the world. The last man Adam was made a quickening spirit. He gave life. Death came in with the sin. Christ offered you life. That's the beginning and the end, the Alpha and Omega. That's the completion of the cycle. So it's literally just talking about him being the Most High's representative, and it's talking about how because you understand he paid that cost, he's in rulership down here under the Most High's authority. It doesn't make him the Most High.
Hey, Slacky, if I can, Cap.
Oh, hold on 1 second. I want to hear the brother's response.
Okay, so that makes sense. So when did Christ pre-exist before his existence? I know I'm sorry, I know that's it might sound like a dumb question, but I'm really being honest in that question. Did he when he was born? I understand we're born and we don't remember anything before then, of course, because we just born. But does he? Because it seems like he knew something before he entered into the world, as he's speaking in the New Testament.
So he did, but guess what? We all did. So you got to realize we have a soul. Your soul exists before you get here. You know, your soul isn't just created inside the body. Your soul is put into a body. When your soul, when your body goes back into the earth, your soul goes back to the Most High. We all existed before we got to earth because your soul is spirit. It's energy. It's you get what I'm saying? I'm trying to translate it for you. So Christ was here 5 times. The last time he was here was as Christ. Christ was Adam. That's why it was up to him to fix it, because he broke it. So yeah, he existed and was here before he was the Christ, the chosen. Absolutely. But it's also why it was his responsibility to fix it, because he broke it.
So, and I'll be honest with you. So I feel like I get that from reading, but you know, I always go back to the text of not leaning on your own understanding. And from Genesis, I audio the Bible like almost every day, but from Genesis to Jeremiah, that's where I'm reading from. Is it anything textual? I can get that. Hold on, sorry. Hey, son, wait 1 second, okay? Go ask mommy. Is it anything I can read to connect those dots that you just made? Because it sounds right, but it I want to know if I can find that through the text, because that makes sense.
It's all through the text. Here's the most important one, you know what I'm saying, or the easiest one, you know what I'm saying, to see, in my opinion, plain as day. Revelations 22:16 says, I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David. So now here's my question, right? So we'll go in reverse order. If Christ is the offspring of David, now offspring is a very specific word. It's not a descendant. It's not just the seed. It's the direct descendant. So if Christ is saying, I am the offspring of David, what is he saying?
He's saying that he came from David.
That's not all he's saying, because he said, I am the root and the offspring. So root means before David, offspring means after David.
Okay.
Also, David's offspring, remember, this is a very specific word. It's not just saying he came from David. Okay, like for example, my son is my offspring. My son's in this generation. Who was in David's generation?
You said who was in David's generation?
Who is David's offspring?
I mean, if we're just going down the line, I would say Solomon.
That Christ just told you he's Solomon. He just said, I am Solomon.
When you say he said he, I'm sorry, my bad too. I'm gonna try to catch it again. When you say he is Solomon, what scripture or what part that you just said that?
When he said, I am the root and offspring of David. So he just said, I was before David and after David, but very specific. He said, I'm the offspring of David. Who was David's offspring?
That would be Solomon. I mean, that would be Solomon. That would be Solomon, but you know, David had many kids. But if I was to look at the text and how he treated Solomon, I mean, how David treated Solomon, who gave it to, who became the next king, it would be Solomon.
Well, I'm gonna run to another scripture to be able to show you that in a second, as far as a precept to back this one up. You know what I'm saying? But it would be Solomon, absolutely. Now let's get the root. What is the root of something?
Well, you said before, I would think the root is, if I think of a root, I would say that would be the origin of where it started. But you said before, I didn't get that from that, but I didn't look up the word root. So I would say the root is the start of it.
Let's just look at seeds, right? When you germinate a seed, the first thing that has to happen is it cracks and then it takes root in the soil. The roots grow, you understand, from there, and then it grows out. Because if it would have said, I am the leaf or the branch, is that the beginning of a plant? No. How does a plant start? The first thing it has to do is take root. If it never takes root, if that seed germinates but never hits soil, will it grow?
No.
So the root is the beginning.
Okay.
So Christ said, I am the root and the offspring. Now, we touched on the offspring. What is the root of all this?
I mean, I would say I would say God, but I would say Adam. But from your definition, I would say David.
So it just said the root and offspring of David. We can't call it David because this is David's root. This is talking about David's offspring and root, before and after David. Way before David is the root, immediately after is the offspring. So it's Adam. Christ literally in this scripture just said, I am Adam and I am Solomon.
That connect, but that's a lot. I would say this, like before I got into this, I was, I would look at all the religions. I wasn't really in Christianity, but I think that's why I started believing in God at. But a lot of times when I'm reading through the scriptures, I would say when pastors, I'm not saying that you're doing it like a pastor, not at all, but that theology, that connection they try to make. And I'm like, dang, I didn't get that. I do get that from seeing that, because I'm seeing him saying he pre-existed before David and being even like you're saying, but I guess I wish I could have more of a smack in the face as I'm going through the text to be like, I see that. You know what I'm saying?
So,
I could get with that, but now I kind of wanted to, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. Now, just so you know, just like there's milk scriptures, this is meat. But I'm going to walk you down the chain. This is 2 Samuel's, the 7th chapter. This is the prophecy concerning who the Messiah would be. This is the prophecy that Nathan, gave to David. And I'm going to start at verse 12. This is 2 Samuel 7:12. And it says, and when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. Who built the temple?
Solomon.
Solomon. Was his kingdom forever?
No.
Whose kingdom is going to be forever?
I know y'all don't like the word Jesus Christ, but I ain't there yet. So.
You can say it. I don't know. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, in the sense of that.
Well, this is how this is going to be fulfilled. He built the house as Solomon, and because he completed the mission, his throne is going to be established forever as Christ. Now let's take it a step further. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men. Now let me ask you something. Did Solomon commit iniquity?
I'm going to say yes.
He lost the kingdom. Of course he did. He sinned. That's why the kingdom was rent from him. Was Solomon chastised with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men?
I mean, from out his reign, I don't remember that.
Never. Now let me ask you something. Did Christ sin?
No.
Was he beat?
I mean, he didn't sin when he came in the gospel.
No, he did. No, he didn't in the New Testament. That's why I specifically mentioned Christ. But let me ask you something. Did he get hit with the rod of men and the stripes of the children of men?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
You know why?
Okay. Not because of, well, I would think, well, from what I've been known of religion, because of the sins of men. But I mean, from your example, not from your example, from what you're telling me now, I would say because of the sins of that time for what he did.
You understand, because that's how judgment works. That's why you can't escape judgment. If God don't get you in this lifetime, he'll get you in the next lifetime. He built the house as Solomon. His throne will last forever with Christ. He sinned as Solomon, and he got the stripes of men as Christ. Everything gets fulfilled. Everything gets completed.
Okay, that connected. I got some that connected. You mind about? Am I able to ask at least one more question?
You can, but I want to take you to one more place.
Okay, no, go ahead. I just wanted to. I was saying that all connected, but yeah, I'm listening.
So let me take it a step further. Now, if I have to read this, let me know. But are you familiar in Matthew 22 when they quoted Psalms 110 and Christ asked them in spirit, if how did David call his son Lord? And they wouldn't answer.
I think, yeah, I remember you talk. I think the verse is, why do you? I think I am familiar with the verse.
So meaning,
I'll read it too, though.
So meaning, the reason as to why Christ was calling Solomon Lord inside of Psalms 110 is because he knew in the spirit he outranked him. I'm sorry. The reason why David was calling Solomon Lord is because that's his root. This is also how it's said in Psalms 110:4, the Lord hath sworn and will not repent. Thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. Christ.
Wait,
was
he calling in Psalms? Was he calling Solomon Lord, or was he calling Jesus Christ the Lord to come Lord?
So,
like you said, my Christ said to my Christ, right? You talking about my King said to my King? Are you talking about that verse?
Let's go to Matthew 22. It's going to answer it directly. So this is Matthew 22, and I'm going to start at 41. It says, while the Pharisees were gathered together, Jesus asked them, saying, what think ye of Christ? Whose son is he? They say unto him, the son of David. He said unto them, how then doth David in spirit call him Lord, saying, the Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou on my right hand till I make thine enemy thy footstool. If David called him Lord, how is he his son? David was calling his son Lord. Christ is saying in the spirit he called him Lord.
Gotcha. Dang, that was the right hook. Okay, you did that.
I told you I was going to take it home for you.
Yeah, no, you did that. I had faith in you, but you got it. When it hit. I was like, okay, I got it.
So I got to piece this together for you, because all of this, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to start with him knowing that he's the root and the offspring, because Matthew 22 answers the root and the offspring, because David's talking to who? His offspring, correct?
Yes, from what you just said, I got that.
But in the spirit, he calls him Lord because he's before him. Before Abraham was, I am. I existed. In the spirit, he outranks his father because Christ said, I am the blank and offspring of David. Fill it in for me.
You said he is the blank. He says, I am
the root.
I think he said the root. Oh, yeah, I thought he said seed, but yeah.
If he's the root, he came before him, which is why in the spirit he would call him Lord.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what was is that the same connection with, and I'm not to move the goalposts in the same one that you in, is that the same connection with Melchizedek?
So it's
I don't mean to, but I know I feel like that same thing. That was my next question. Him being compared to Melchizedek in that sense. So I was like, well, why is that too?
So the reason why he's compared, to Melchizedek is because he was Melchizedek. It was an appearance, though. So Christ had 4 carnations. 4 times he was born on earth. But as Melchizedek, he came to earth.
Okay.
This is also why Solomon was said, you are a priest forever under the order of Melchizedek. Now, who's the head of the order of Melchizedek? Who's the high priest today?
I would say God. I mean, not sorry, I would say Jesus.
Christ, right?
Yes.
It's his order.
Okay.
You got to remember, Melchizedek isn't a name like Mike. Melchizedek is a title. It's king of righteousness, king of peace. It's not an actual name.
It's funny you say that. I'm in Jeremiah. I think that's verse 20 in chapter 23 too. That's where I'm at, where it says his name would be righteousness. Dang, that's crazy. I might have go look at that. Yeah, you gotta be the right.
Yeah, but now you connect the dots.
Yeah, all right, you got it. I said, man, this man don't know what he's talking about. Let me get on here and ask him.
Ye of so little faith.
You got every time. I was like, nah, what are you talking? And then you just did that. I was like, oh shit. Okay, hey, thank you, brother. That was it. That was cool. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey. Now listen. If you really appreciate it, get your ass in class.
I know. That was about to be my next. See, listen, it's so much stuff out there, y'all. To where like
I'm getting a reverb again.
It's so much stuff out there to where like I'm like, bro, this person don't seem like, and God like don't trust in. I'm not saying you, but God like don't trust in men. Don't put your faith to, try to get to the scriptures, and of course He'll give you understanding too. But I'm like, dang, a couple questions coming up, and I don't want to sound like everybody else when people asking me questions. I don't want to pretend like I know what I'm talking about, because I'd be like, you know what, man, I don't know. He sound like him. It's this guy right here, man. A lot of the verses was like, nah, he's standing alone representing 4 guys. So I'm like, why do I see these? But yeah, I'll do class though for sure.
What city?
How do I sign up?
What city you in?
Slocky, Cap. I got the number for him.
You gotta turn us down in the background. We got a reverb. Go ahead.
I'm in California.
What part of California?
But I'll be in San Francisco.
Sure, you got the number for Cali?
Yeah, I got Cali Goodall's number.
We're gonna give you a number for California.
Okay, I'm gonna be in Louisiana at the end of the week. Though.
Okay, Madabar. You moving?
I got the number for you, Cap.
You gotta get out of
here. All right, Madabar's in Louisiana right now. Look at God.
It's 504-516-9455.
What do you want me to do? Oh, not his number. Sorry.
Can you hear him?
I can't hear. I don't can hear you.
Oh, Madabar, he could only hear me because it's on. What do you call it? It's 504
516 9455
9455. 9455. Okay, I'm gonna give him a call. I can call. I can send him. I'll send him a text and see if I can call him.
Now if you really appreciate this conversation, get in class, man.
I will. Thank you, man. How you say your name again?
Kataza, Captain Kataza.
Thank you, Captain Kataza. I appreciate it.
No sweat, brother. Good talking to you.
You too.
By the way, sir, the guy, Dark Light Delirium, his time's up.
Oh, okay. His time's up. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna check one more phone line real quick. Then I'm gonna come back to Dark Light. Let's see. 662. You're on the Able Cross Line Radio. State your name. Where you calling from?
It's Tyrone Chatazar.
The same Tyrone.
What's up, Mississippi?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good. And he said, Chatazai, you've been calling it way too long to say my name wrong. 614-965. You're on the Air Across the Line Radio.
Okay, I'm back, brother. Let's try this again. I don't do the tough talk over the radio.
I
That's
got you. Well, you know what? You could wait. 330-238.
Shalom, Cap.
Hey, Shalom. Who's this?
Did you call for Cleveland?
What's up, man?
What's happening? I just want to I'm trying to see if I can get the your trail tribe breakdown, like the charter and how you broke it down. I'm trying to see where can I find that at?
It's on crossthelineradio.com. On Cross the Line Radio YouTube. It's on the channel.
Okay, so all right, that's cool. All right, appreciate you. That's all I need.
And then search the videos and type in 12 Tribes Lecture, or you could search 12 Tribes Lecture Captain Katazai. It'll come up.
All right, thank you.
Anytime, brother. Shalom.
All right.
All right, so let's we'll get back to the brother on the phone in a second. I did tell Dark Light he could come back on. Dark Light. That's an oxymoron.
Yeah.
What happens? Dark Light. You're frozen. Dark Light. That boy just darkness now.
No light.
I'm gonna kick you out the studio. Refresh and come back in. Now I gotta talk to this guy. All right, 614. You sound like you're in better spirits now.
Well, yeah, I'm in better spirits. I just wanted a question answered. That's all.
Okay, well, you know what I wanted? I wanted the space to be able to answer the question.
Okay, so let's try it again.
Okay.
So y'all say that Esau is the devil, and I heard a brother say he's defending Esau. I can't stand Esau, so I don't know that brother, and he don't know me. I'll leave it at that. But I want to know if Esau's the devil, and you had the devils come out of the men, and they told Yahweh Shai, they said, I know you are the Son of God. Have you come here to torment us before our time? And they asked Yahweh Shai to put them in the swine feeding far off. Can Esau go into a swine's body and do all this stuff? I'm just trying to figure it out, bro.
I got you. Sometimes spiritual things are a little hard to, digest. What Christ called Peter Satan. Was Peter literally Satan?
No, but Satan was controlling his thoughts and his emotions at that time.
I got you. So what we're saying is that Esau is controlled by Satan's thoughts. We're saying that Esau is Satan's physical counterpart in the earth. Does that mean that there's no such spirits or demons that also operate? There's many different types of spirits. There's unclean spirits. There's spirits of wrath, spirits of vengeance. There's spirits that are angels, which are messengers. There's a whole hierarchy of spirits all throughout heaven. So when we say Esau is the devil, we're talking about the way Israel is God's representation, or supposed to be. We're talking how the Esau is the devil's representation.
Well, clearly I understand that. I know who Esau is.
So what are we talking about then?
We're talking about Lucifer, not Esau.
But hold on. You just brought
the
up
dragon
Esau.
gave the beast his power, seat, and great authority.
But hold on. You just brought up Esau. If you want to move to Lucifer, we can go talk about Lucifer now.
Right. Let's move to Lucifer. Is he a man or is he a spirit?
Lucifer is the king of Babylon. He's a man.
So I know you're going to pull Ezekiel, and I know you're going to do Isaiah 14, but understand that Lucifer and Babylon are always one.
Because
even in
Lucifer is the king of Babylon. Okay, no, Ezekiel is the king of Tyre.
Tyre and Sidon.
That's
same thing. Any nation that goes against Israel is going to be powered by a principality, as it says in Daniel's the 10th chapter.
I'm not telling you that there's not principalities involved. I'm telling you that when it talks about Lucifer, it's not talking about some fallen angelic entity. It's a proverb for the king of Babylon.
Bruh, Lucifer means star of the morning. He's a morning star, just like Jesus Christ, just like all the other angels. They're morning stars, even the ones that fell. That's what Lucifer means. Son of the morning, a morning star. He's
It
not
is.
a man.
So, okay,
He's not a man, brother.
Christ is a man. Christ was born. He is a man. He lived and died as a man and resurrected. You know what I'm saying?
Christ lived in the flesh.
When it called, listen.
But Christ is the Holy Spirit. Make no mistake about it.
Brother,
he's not just flesh
Christ
and blood. He's the Son of God and the Son of Man, bro.
No, Christ is not the Most High. Now, before we get into so many,
I say the Son of the Most High.
Before we get into so many, calm down now. I want to respond to one thing at a time.
All right, go ahead.
Appreciate you. The first thing, all right, is that when it called Christ also the son of the morning, or the bright and morning star, that's the changing of the guard. The reason why Lucifer was called that is because he was the king. He was overseeing everything. He shined the brightest. When it says that to Christ, it's because Babylon's kingdom has fallen and Christ's kingdom is ruling. So now he's the light that shines throughout the earth.
Right.
That's the difference between the two. It's just the changing of the guard, which is why I told you heaven is rulership over earth. The king of Babylon ruled earth. And when he falls, Israel rules, and the king of Israel is Christ.
Okay, so let me ask you this. In the book of Job, where it says, when the Most High asked Job, where were you when all the morning stars gathered together, the sons of God, to give me praise and to give me glory? Where were you at, Job? So then, where morning stars is used in Job, is that the same breakdown as you giving me now, a changing of the guard?
No, it's a different context. There's always different context. Just like a star can be a literal ball of gas in the sky, or when it talks about a star shall come out of Jacob, it was talking about a person. Just like today, we call people movie stars. We call people rock stars because they shine. Just like when we're called the lost sheep of the house of Israel, you could see when there's a literal sheep and when there's a figurative sheep. Well, there's a time,
clearly, brother, that's understood clearly.
Well, there's a time where it's a literal star and when it's a metaphorical star for talking about someone in rulership. It's context.
Okay, I'm just trying to see. Listen, I'll just go back in history. I was in ITUPK, not ISUPK.
Okay.
So the doctrine has changed a lot over the last 25 years. And I'm just trying to see how and when and why the doctrine has changed so much.
Well, I never heard of the doctrine changing, but before I even get into that with you, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, then that's going to shift the whole other conversation. You know what I'm saying? So we could stay right here. Here's what I'm going to explain to you because this whole conversation started with Revelations 12. When you're inside of Revelations 12, right, and it talks about the dragon with the 7 heads and the 10 crowns, right?
Right.
You understand that represents nations.
That represents Rome.
So, okay, it represents the 7 superpowers that come out of Rome. That's the individual heads of power. And then the crowns on its head are the 10 common stock markets.
The Commonwealth. Right.
Right. Now, so all of that came out of Rome. Rome is what gave the beast the power because the 7 heads came out of Rome. And then from there, the horns grew out the 7 heads. So we agree. Correct?
Right. We agree on that. Right.
Well, here's the thing. Do you know what else it said inside that chapter? It called that beast the old serpent, the dragon,
the red dragon,
and the devil.
Right.
So you know what that means? Those nations,
the whole world.
Those nations were called the devil.
No, it means Satan, the dragon, powers those nations here on earth. That's why it says Babylon the great whore rides on the beast.
If it's calling those nations are made up of men, correct?
Mankind, flesh and blood, sure.
Sure. So that means those
but
men.
But if you just tell us it's not a battle just of flesh and blood, but powers of principality.
Correct. However, those specific nations are being controlled by that spirit, and all those nations are Edomite nations. So when I told you earlier, Esau is the devil, this is the proof because that's the devil's representation.
What I'm saying to you, brothers, y'all give too much power to Esau. Esau
we don't.
is a slave to Satan, and he is powered by Satan, but he is not
No.
Lucifer. Lucifer is Lucifer. Esau is Esau.
Yeah, that's a very, very, very Christian doctrine, and that was never taught in
I
Sunday
have nothing to
school.
do with no church or no Christian doctrine, bro.
It does,
Nothing.
because the church
Nothing.
thinks that Lucifer is that being. Like, you literally called it Archangel Lucifer. That is so Christian.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, how can the white man take Jesus up onto a high mountain and show him all the kingdoms of the world at once, and then say, these were given unto me by the Most High, and whoever will serve me, I will give them unto him? How can the white man do all of that?
He you're still not getting it.
You're not getting it, brother.
No, you're still not getting it, because that was a spirit. There's a difference between the spirit and the spirit that could be in a man. I'm telling you that the spirit that Esau operates in is the spirit of Satan. Just like we can operate in the spirit of Satan, like Peter did. But we are not meant to be that vessel. Esau is, which is why the dragon, the beast with the horns, was called the old serpent, the devil, the dragon, the beast, because that's his representation on earth.
Okay, well, let me just say this, because I'm glad you gave me the floor, and I'm glad we had this little moment to talk. So let me end it like this. It's for you and for everyone listening. Esau is not our only and main problem. Our problem is the Prince Hall Freemasons. Satan operates in Esau, and he operates in Jacob as well. And they are all Greek, they are all Romans by their religion and their magic or witchcraft practices. Both Prince Hall Freemasons and Eastern Stars and Esau. That's for everybody. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm gone. That's all I want to tell you.
All right. Next caller, 407-545. You're on the air with Cross the Line Radio. State your name, where you calling from.
You know they made a religion out of Star Wars.
This is Angel calling from Florida.
What's up, man? You got a question or a comment?
Yeah, I got a couple. First and foremost, I want to say to both of you brothers, I love you and I appreciate your service to the 12 tribes of Israel.
Most time.
I want to break down on Deuteronomy 28 and 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
Okay, so I mean, brother, you just got to look at your. Have you where you from?
I'm living in Florida, but I'm originally from New York.
Okay, so one of the curses, and just know, like, you know what I'm saying, like, this is the broad brush with a lot of them. Deuteronomy 28.
28. Want me to read it?
28. You could read it, but he's not going to be able to hear you actually because he's on the phone.
I got my Bible open right now. I can read it if you want.
No, the brother that's co-hosting the show with me asked, but there's a problem in the system to where whoever's actually operating the phone, that's the one you could hear. He'd have to actually call up for you to hear him, but I got it in front of me. So it says Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of the heart. Now there's a colon at the end of that sentence, because the next verse is also a connected thought. So I'm going to read into it. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind man gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt only be oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. So what you're seeing is this is talking about the lack of power that we're going to have in our oppression. You know what I'm saying? To the point where we're not going to have the solution because we're blind to it. We're going to be astonished in our heart by all the things that transpire around us, to the point where it can drive you mad. You know what I'm saying? That
is like depression.
That could be, you know what I'm saying, a piece of it as far as the curses, you know what I'm saying? But it's also when it comes down to depression comes from not having solutions. You know what I'm saying? And we're blind to the solutions, and we're like, we constantly look towards, well, what the hell can we do now? And now noon is when the sun is directly overhead. This is like the brightest part of the day. but we're still not going to be able to see. You know what I'm saying? Which it's telling you how blind we're going to be to the solution, which is why we don't prosper in our ways. Which is why, and it doesn't matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? When we come up with a solution like civil rights, it did more damage than good. You know what I'm saying? And thou shalt only be oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. So this is talking about, you know what I'm saying, like how blind to the fact that we're going to be in this oppression to not be able to get out of this condition, because no man can fix the problem. The only one who can fix the problem, the only one who can help us get out of this blindness, this darkness, is the Most High, because he's the only one who put us in it.
Okay. Thank you for that breakdown, man. I went to your website and I seen your books. What's up with Ephraim? Why you ain't write a book on Ephraim yet?
So I'm working on the book on Ephraim. It's called The Sons of Joseph. It's going to be on the Arawak and the Taino, Cuba and Puerto Rico. So and then just to give you a little bit of you know what I'm saying, background. So when I started writing the books, I started with the arguments that I see the most of. So the first thing was, the main thing is, people like to say that Mexicans aren't Israelites. So my first book was Issachar, son of Jacob. Then they say, well, what's the difference between Gad and Reuben? So the next one was Reuben, my excellence. Then they said, well, it don't matter because none of the northern kingdom is Israel. Y'all didn't cross the Atlantic. Y'all crossed the Bering Strait. So I wrote, we came from the east. Then they said, well, Gad crossed the Bering Strait. Or no, then they said, well, even if that's true, they don't fit the curses. So I went through all the curses that Gad fits and showed that they were brought on the transatlantic. Everything was the same, along with the prophecy. You know what I'm saying? Then they're saying, well, you know what I'm saying, that King James is a homosexual. We should throw the Bible away and all that. So now I did a whole book on contextual criticism, and that's the next one. So then the next tribe I'm going to get into is going to be Ephraim and Joseph. So that's going to be the book after.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause I got the 12 live the 12 tribe lecture. I downloaded that. I got that, and I watch it from time to time, and I love it. I love the way you deliver your information. I got another request. I because of you and because of Tazariak and General Mahaiman and General Yohana, you know, I watch you all religiously, and because of y'all, you know, I'm coming into the realization of, you know, that I'm an Ephraimite. I've been dealing with that for a while now. I went to the website in the High Holy Days. I would love for you, man, 'cause I know you would do such an excellent job. I would love for you to do a breakdown on it, 'cause I wanna celebrate Passover, but I don't know, you know, I don't know how to, you know what I mean? And
so you got to show up.
Yeah, that's too short notice for me to show up right now, but I would love to know how to do it so I could do it in my home. You know what I mean? Like,
wait, why is it too short notice?
Video.
What are you missing, man?
No, well, you know, it's things that I would love to discuss with you, but you know what I mean? We had to be behind the scenes because there's some deep shit. But you know what I mean? I'm definitely showing up, man.
What city you in?
That, man. I'm in Florida.
Hey, man, you got to get the number to Florida. You got to get in touch with them brothers out there.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there's some things I would love to build with you. You know what I mean? Because one thing, because of you and because of Tazari, y'all been giving me jewels for I want to say years, man.
Well, that's all the Lord. But you them brothers don't teach nothing different than me and him. You got to get in touch with the brothers in your area too. Now,
it's just I feel I know you. That's what it is. Even though I don't, you know what I mean?
Nah, listen, I understand
because your videos and all that.
Yeah, I got you, but you know what, man? Like you gotta still be in touch with the brothers in your zone, in your region.
I tell you what, give me the number, man. Give me the number.
Yeah, man.
So I can build with them.
I got you. You got to, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you could also hit me as well. It ain't no problem. But
please, yo, give me your man. 'Cause I'm gonna tell you like this: I've been watching, man. I'm so proud of you, man. I've been watching you since
Most High Christ.
The whole polite cross the line. You know what I mean? You want to call him my dad? Your spiritual dad is a pedophile. That was beautiful, yo. You know what I mean? So I've been watching you and your sword getting sharper and sharper. You know what I mean? And I definitely feel you and Tazari. I have definitely given me jewels that I apply to my life, yo. That have bore fruit in my life, yo. So you know what I mean? Like, definitely, definitely appreciate you, man.
Well, most high in Christ, brother. You know what I'm saying? But this is the number to Florida. You ready?
Okay. Yep.
904
904.
405.
Hold on. My pencil just broke. Hold on. 904.
No.
40. You said 405?
Yep.
Okay.
5183.
And let me read it back to you. 904 405 9483.
5183.
5183. Okay, I got that. Lord. All right, what's your math?
Here's what you're gonna do. You gonna email crossthelineradio@gmail.com and I'll message you my number. I'm not giving out my personal number on the air.
Gotcha.
Y'all
All right.
crazy bastards.
And it's Cross the Line Radio, all one word, lowercase.
Crossthelineradio@gmail.com.
Gmail.
All lowercase.
Okay. Got you. All right, man. You brothers keep doing what you're doing, man. I love it, man.
Most high in Christ. Looking forward to hearing from you, brother.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom. 646, man. It's your time to shine. Bless the Catholic Church, man.
Yo, that was fire, man. I was listening the whole time, man. But yo, that thing with Michael Jordan, the way he was essaying that boy, yo, that was messed up. But even though it was the Edomite, I kind of feel bad for that little boy because his father co-signed it. And I'm looking at it like, yo, how your father going to co-sign something like that? So that means now if he go to school and the gym teacher do that, or if he in church or if anybody do that, first thing that little boy going to say, well, yo, Uncle Mike did it, so I guess it's all right. If Uncle Mike did it, I guess it's good. That's messed up. And Mike looked like he was into that. I was like, yo, what the heck are you doing, Mike?
Yeah, it's so they trying to spin it to say that he was trying to get ice out the kid's shirt. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell they were doing. You know what I'm saying? I hope to God not, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope to God it's not no grooming in the sports world. You know what I mean?
That's what it looked like, Katazai. I ain't gonna lie. Especially when I seen on Black Watch when they kept running it back and Mike looked like he was into it. I'm like, yo, what the heck? That's why I don't look up to men on the earth no more, man. You can't look up to these guys, man. You look up to these guys and then something like that happens. You like, wow.
You know, it's interesting as far as like when the scripture says that the stars of Israel shall fall. You know what I mean? And
that's right.
And then you watching everybody get exposed from the Oprah, TD Jakes, Diddy, Jordan. You know what I'm saying? All the people that's on Epstein's list, the stars inside of America. You know what I'm saying? Like all these folks, like we really, like, in the words of Captain Kahan, we in the last days, brothers and sisters.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt, man. I'm definitely going to get in class, too, man. I heard you shout that out last time. It's time for me to stop playing the sideline and get in class for real, man.
Most definitely.
Yeah, but that's all I had to say, though, on that. And most likely I'll give y'all a shout out the first Thursday of next month. I'll check in. But real quick, just to give a quick update, remember when y'all had that, I think she was like a lawyer or somebody, and she said to keep trying to get a lawyer. She was giving out legal advice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that was a long time ago, but yeah, I remember.
Yeah, matter of fact, that was before the Child Victim Act had passed. So when that passed, I was finally able to get a lawyer. So as of like 2 weeks ago, now the Diocese of Brooklyn is talking about reaching out to victims and trying to settle with them for the years of abuse. So it is some headway being making, but I ain't gonna believe it until I see it. Because all the Catholic Church do is talk and make it seem like they try to play like they the victims and not giving the light to the real victims out here. So I'll see it and I'll keep y'all abreast on how that's going.
Okay, definitely keep in touch with us, brother.
All right, no doubt. Thanks for everything, man. And thanks for being a platform for victims to speak out, you know.
We gonna always be a safe haven for all the survivors, you know what I'm saying, to be able to get some protection. Appreciate you calling in, brother.
All right, brother. All right, no doubt. All right, shalom.
Shalom. 251-413. You're on the Across the Line Radio. State your name, where you calling from.
My name's Jay. I'm calling from Mobile, Alabama, man.
Kwame Yasha'Allah. Hey, Ashar, you know you could always call in with the callers if you want to get active. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, brother.
All right, well, I'm calling in, man. I'm just gonna, ask some questions. But everything going on with Iran right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a guy that was a Muslim come to me. I said, hey, if I marry a 9-year-old, what's your first question? He said, I don't know. I said, the first thing you should say, is it lawful? I said, y'all some fucking filthy ass motherfuckers, man. That to be your first question, is it lawful?
Right. Listen, that's why that debate Captain Tazaryak did with the with the sheik. You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, yo, your prophet married a 9-year-old girl, man. You know what I'm saying? He would have been on Epstein's Island. Police be upon him.
You never hear Muslims talk about, that type of stuff either, because they think it's all right. I was at I drive trucks. I was at a fuel station, and this guy was a Palestinian. He gonna say, my grandmama had kids at 9.
What?
When you want to have a kid, your daughter have a kid at 9, I'm like, man, something's wrong with your head, man, to think that's okay. And I said, I told him he was a liar. I said, your grandma ain't had no kid at 9. You just saying that to sort of make your greatest prophet seem like he's a good guy. I said, but he ain't, man, and he hated us. And then I told him, he said Palestinians got it worse than blacks, because they don't have a place to call their home. They always getting shot at. And I said, man, we got it 1,000 times worse. I said, at least y'all can make claim to something. I said, y'all might be getting shot at, but we get shot at. We get the terror by night and all that stuff too, even worse.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to call and ask you. Hey, I remember they asked Muhammad. They say when he married his best friend's daughter, that was 9 years old, and he told his friend, was it lawful? Man, that's some nasty shit.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Listen, man. This is why all these religions, all these philosophies, they all gotta go, man. They all gotta be destroyed.
I do have a question. When y'all say Khan, Ottawa Khan, what's that word in the middle? Y'all saying Ottawa?
Ottawa. So it's basically like sir, yes, sir, but it's yes, sir, yes. It's Ottawa is like Lord, you know what I'm saying, or sir.
So it's not Adonai, it's Ottawa.
Ottawa.
So not trying to be funny, like what's the difference between Adonai and Ottawa?
Well, Adonai is another dialect, or it's another pronunciation. It's like what they try to call modern Hebrew. Ottawa is the ancient, is the Lashwan, how the Lashwan Kodash is pronounced.
Okay. All right. I was just, that's one thing I did. I like, cause I'm trying to learn Hebrew. I know Palau Hashem, and like they say Adonai, but now I see it's Ottawa.
No, I got you. So that they, like I said, like what you're talking about is the modern pronunciations, which is like a bastardized tongue. We speak a completely different dialect. Like just in the world today, you got a Yemenite dialect, Sephardic, and Ashkenaz. They all pronounce words a little bit differently. Some of them have, you know what I'm saying, a V for a B, B for a V, XYZ, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But in here, you know what I'm saying, we speak the Lashwan Kodash.
All right, my last question, and I'll let you go because I know there's other callers. When you got Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, that Shai at the end of Yahweh, what does that mean? Because I looked up a few things. I see it say gift, blessing, or something like that, like God's blessing, or God's gift, but in Hebrew, like what that mean?
It's God saves. So look up the word Joshua. The word Jesus and Joshua are just, Jesus is the transliteration. Joshua is the translation from Hebrew. So it's the same exact name. You know what I'm saying? So it just means like the Most High saves.
Okay, we good, man. Hey, continue to have a good night. I mean, hey, man, shalom to you, brothers.
All right, shalom.
All right, good night.
No sweat. We're gonna keep it up. I didn't mean to cut you off in your speech, brother. So F these 304s said, are Hawaiians modern day Native Americans? Hawaiians are not the Native Americans that we claim. The Hawaiians are a part of America, you know what I'm saying, from being annexed and war that was made, but they are not the Native Americans that are a part of the 12 tribes. They're like Polynesians. They're Japhetic. All right. This guy's name is crazy. Let's get this other caller. 929, you're on the air with Cross the Line Radio. State your name, where you calling from.
Isaiah from New York.
What's going on, brother? You got a question or comment?
Yeah, I got a question for you, Kadazar.
Mm-hmm.
If flesh and blood cannot enter the kingdom,
bro,
of
this
God,
is the same cat that call up every week, bro. We just had this conversation.
Not every week.
Yeah.
Don't lie, I didn't call.
Okay, all right. Take care. I'm tired of you. Not today. Not tonight. ERS, you either got to call up or send a super chat. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know. Y'all want to tiptoe across the line. Yo, Ida Shaw, what's up, man?
Yeah, Trump fires Kristi Noem as the Homeland Security Secretary.
Damn. For what?
It says here, President Trump fires Kristi Noem as DHS chief, names Senator Markwayne Mullin to replace her. It says that Noem will be moving to be special envoy for the Shield of Americas, our new security initiative in the Western Hemisphere.
If I could summarize real quick.
Come on with it.
She at the hearing they grilled her about.
Yeah, man, I didn't even know you was here tonight.
They grilled about the Patriot America media, some shit like that, right?
Your brother was hiding tonight. You should break the.
Yeah, how about she fucking that? They grilled her about a $220 million ad campaign that she put out and asked her if President Trump knew about that amount being spent on an ad campaign and if he signed off. She said, of course he did. Of course he did. When they asked him, he said, no, I didn't know anything about it. And a few hours later, she was cut loose.
Yo, man. Trump is absolutely running this country like death row. Hey, y'all, while I got y'all listening, right? So there was a bunch of people who contacted me, man. I corresponded with y'all in the email. I sent you a link to be able to sign up for. We're not calling it beta testing no more. We're calling it alpha testing, right? And a lot of y'all filled out the form, but the form just created your credentials. There's an email with instructions to follow to get down to the app. Now we still need 5 more Android users to beta test. Otherwise, like we got 40 people who signed up, but y'all didn't see it through, my boy. If y'all want the app on Android, you gotta finish the beta testing.
Alpha testing.
The alpha testing. Now, here's what I'm going to do. In our store, we got the alpha testing linked. All right? I'm going to drop it in the chat. Y'all ain't even got to email me no more. If y'all want the app in the Play Store, back in the Play Store, click this link and see the instructions all the way through. Because which listen, man, maybe y'all don't understand what's coming. Maybe y'all don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give an attempt to get y'all some a little sample real quick. You know what I mean? Shaw, you can hear this?
Been ill since a little nigga when Diddy was still puffy, coming through riding on the pegs of a silver Huffy. One thing life taught me is don't never get comfy. That's when niggas ride by and push a wig back a gun behind. Fuck Trump and this motherfucking country. For the 3 generations they done turned into junkies. Ice lock us in the cage and treat our ass like a monkey. So a nigga straight fed up and tired of the fuckery, yo. This ain't the land of milk and honey. The money's bloody, our tummy's hungry, the friends we worry. Bullets flurry, corner stores and the chicken curry. Judge and jury, courtrooms and defense attorneys. Welcome everybody to the belly of the beast. See, it's a miracle if you make it out in one piece. So a nigga gotta stay war ready like a Humvee. Wrestle with reptiles, Crocodile Dundee. So you the type that like it gentrified with the white yuppies. I'm the type that chill with scummy with a black scully. So I'm public enemy like Chuck D. So you know it's fuck you if it's fuck me. Your shoes crummy, your clothes bummy, you look musty. Your bitch ugly, her toes crusty, her weave dusty. Your spine's putty, your heart's fluffy, you're not gully. My son's comely, my wives love me, my life lovely. I know the son hate me, I know the son love me. Oh, you mad? Glad that you thinking of me. Yeah, glad that you thinking of me. Oh, you mad? I'm just glad that you thinking of me. First I'm your buddy, now you yelling fuck me. Oh, you mad? Glad that you thinking of me. Yeah, glad that you thinking of me. Oh, you mad? I'm just glad that you.
He ain't have what it take, we just let him fake it. Now he live, giving out his dying declaration. Seen this once too many times, them niggas never make it. The situation ain't that big, but I'ma escalate it. We ain't buying all them lies, you selling desperately. They should've told you have your heart sold separately. Look, state your registry, never mind, cause we gon' give your name to whoever we got next in line. Look, and I got bars just like Scared Straight. He don't even look the same, he got a scared face. Look, it's a shame we watch everybody fall around you. It's a one West world, it don't revolve around you. I'm even mad I even had to put this chalk around you. Think you a shark because them little niggas jaws around you. And if you do, I'ma kill a whale. You go against the brotherhood, might as well kill yourself. Judas and rap about them souvenirs don't make you a shooter. If it's fuck me, then it's fuck you too, the feeling's mutual. Real nigga university, you ain't a student. If the general ain't authorize it, then he ain't approve it. Look, you better count the cost before you go to war. Oh, you mad? You remind me of a woman scorn. You a traitor in its final form, but we gon' hold this shit down, thus says the Lord.
I know the son hate me, I know the son love me. Oh, you mad? Glad that you thinking of me. Yeah, glad that you thinking of me. Oh, you mad? I'm just glad that you thinking of me. First I'm your buddy, now you yelling fuck me. Oh, you mad? Glad that you thinking of me. Yeah, glad that you thinking of me. Oh, you mad? I'm just glad that you.
All right, man.
Shout out Officer Natazab getting that rank raise. Well deserved.
That boy was rapping like a 5,000, man. Yeah. I'm going to answer your question now, ESRQ. I'm going to put your question up on the screen in a second. Big ups to everybody who threw the flames in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to you for, you know what I'm saying, for your super chat. Pump it. You know what I'm saying? Bump it or dump it. They saying pump it now. That song is dropping on an album. It's exclusively going to be streaming on Tribe Vibes. You know what? I'm not releasing no more music until we're in the Google Play stores. So Apple users, y'all better light a fire under Android users' ass, man. They holding this back. But ESV asked the question, if Esau was white, wouldn't that make Jacob white as well? No. So just like when you go back to Shem, Ham, and Japheth, they were brothers, but the Lord separated them. When you read Genesis, the 25th chapter, all right? Ashar, you want to answer this?
Concern.
Come on, man. Break down. Teach a little bit, man. Y'all over there playing in your phone, man. You know what I'm saying? Break down Genesis 25. Why ain't Esau and Jacob the same, man?
So I'm looking for the verse right now. All right, so when we go to Genesis chapter 25, right, we're gonna start in verse 22.
You want me to read for you?
If I would be so humbled if you did.
Okay, say when.
Okay, concert. So the reason why Jacob and Esau, although they are brothers, they do not look the same because the angel told their mother that they were going to be they're going to have two distinct different characteristics, spirits, and also look different, right? So we're gonna if you can read now, sir, Baba Kasha, verse 22.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 22. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord.
Right. So she went to the priest and prophet of God to get these questions answered of why these two children are struggling in her womb like this. And this is the answer that was given to her. Baba Kasha, we can continue.
And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb.
How many?
Two nations.
So they're gonna be two distinct nations. Although they're twins, fraternal twins, they're gonna end up being separated into two different nations: the nation of Esau, the nation of Jacob, the nation of the Edomites, the nation of the Israelites. Keep going.
And two manner of people.
Stop. Now, although they're brothers, they're also gonna have completely two different mannerisms, completely two different behaviors. They're going to live completely different lives. As you continue to read on in Genesis, you'll see the life that Esau decided to live, and you also see the life that Jacob decided to live. Keep going, sir.
Shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Now, although they're brothers, they're being born basically at the same time. One of them will be stronger than the other. So they're already different. They're different because they're two nations. They're different because they have two manners. They're different because one is stronger than the other, although they're brothers. Keep going.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
Right. And we were finding out that the firstborn is going to be the servant to the younger, is going to serve the younger. Keep going.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
So she knows that she has two boys, twins. They're fraternal twins. Keep going.
And the first came out red.
Like what?
Red.
Red. So when we say the white man, we know that he's not red like a Fruit of the Loom or Heinz white cotton shirt. The white man is red because you can see the blood coursing through his skin, right? Keep going.
All over like an airy garment. And
right? So a hairy garment. When you look in the history of the Caucasian race, the white race, you know that they are extremely hairy. They can look like Sasquatch. That's why Gillette makes so much money, because they're catering and selling to a specific demographic, which is the white man, who needs to constantly shave to prevent him from looking like the Sasquatch, the abominable snowman. Isn't it abominable or abdominal?
I think it's abominable.
Yeah. They want to prevent them from looking like the abominable snowman. Hair all over their body, right? If you search online, you can find how much hair a white man can grow on just on their back alone. So the white man, so Esau came out red and hairy all over like a garment. Think of a blanket. Think of a garment that's made fresh from wool. That is Esau. Red and hairy all over. Keep going.
And they called his name Esau.
Esau, that's his name. Keep going.
Oh, damn. We're going to go more. And after that, his brother came out. And his hand. And after that, his brother came out.
So notice how they did. There is no description or nothing special to identify the younger brother that's now coming out. So the first one, it was something strange, very unusual. He came out red. They had to notify that in the scriptures for you to pay attention to. He came out red. They had to notify you and have you pay close attention to. He came out hairy like a hairy garment. But his other brother, and after that came his other brother, because he was just like everyone else. He wasn't hairy like everyone else. He wasn't red like everyone else. He looked like his mom and dad, the same. And that is the reason why Esau and Jacob, although they're brothers, they're not the same. Esau is what we will call white today, although he's really red. And Jacob looked like everybody else, different complexions, different shades of black, different complexions and shades of brown. That's why they're not the same.
Officer Shaw, everybody.
I
can see you could teach the Bible a little something.
Something. I'm learning, you know.
A little something, huh?
Learning.
Yeah, man. We all are, man. We all learning. Is there anything in closing that you or Officer, you know what I'm saying, Aisha, who's been acting like a phantom tonight, would like to close out with?
Pay your tithes, and that's number one.
Pay your tithes.
Pay your Passover fee. That's number two.
Give us the loot.
$200 for every adult 18 years and older. And for those who like to question, why do you have to pay for Passover? Listen, you don't have to pay for anything. However, we know that there's brothers and sisters out there that may not be able to afford to get to Passover. So there's brothers like in the ISUPK, there's sisters that are in the ISUPK that recognize the responsibility of making sure that we give our contribution to have everyone be able to come. We're not going to reject you at the door for not paying your Passover fee. It is a commandment for you to be there. We just got bills to pay. We got things that need to get paid to host this Passover for everyone. So if you could pay your Passover fee, pay your Passover fee. All right. Third, I'm sorry.
Shout out to Judith, you know what I'm saying? Big ups, you know what I'm saying? Also, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Fool to the wise. Great job, officer. You know what I'm saying? And Fool to the Wise. I just want y'all to know Fool to the Wise tapped in on you know what I'm saying, on a live stream. I know I'm gonna be going live more, man. I promise y'all, I'm gonna be going live more. And on there, I played a sample, and he guessed the sample, man. He won himself a free hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Your hoodie's on the way. You know what I'm saying? It's with the new design. It's not with this one. You know what I'm saying? But all the designs are on jointribevibes.com in the store. I shot.
Wait, hold on. Is that I remember you showing me some design that you had. It was it had all like it looked very like, you see how the fleur de lis is on your arm, on your right arm?
Graffiti-ish, yeah.
Yeah. So does the new design look similar to that kind of artwork?
Yeah, no, that's the exact design.
Okay, most time Christ.
I'll show it to y'all next week, man. Aisha, you got anything?
Nah, y'all said it all. Anybody in Jersey should be at next Thursday's class. General Mahyman going to be at the New Jersey City School, 89 Monticello Ave. Pull up, be there, be square. Y'all know the drill.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to ISUPK Make sure you subscribe to Cross the Line Radio. Make sure you subscribe to ISUPK Harlem. Make sure you subscribe to AG1 West on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to the Real XP Show on all platforms. Oh, and also, you know, make sure you subscribe to Priest Ashagapan on YouTube as well.
Shout out to FB304s. You know what I'm saying? Big up my brother, Officer Madabar. Madabar, you got anything you want to close out with?
Hey, Shalom, how about you and Shark Thumb? Make sure y'all subscribe to ISUPK Louisiana.
Ooh,
say it again, Cap.
I said, ooh.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you subscribe to ISUPK Louisiana. Matter of fact, subscribe to all ISUPK channels, man.
That's right.
And let me tell y'all this, man. And subscribe to Tribe Vibes so that this way you can get some dope ass tunes like this.
Thank you.
Been ill since a little nigga when Diddy was still puffy, coming through riding on the pegs of a silver Huffy. One thing life taught me is don't never get comfy. That's when niggas ride by and push a wig back a gun behind. Fuck Trump and this motherfucking country. For the 3 generations they done turned into junkies. Ice lock us in the cage and treat our ass like a monkey. So a nigga straight fed up and tired of the fuckery, yo. This ain't the land of milk and honey. The money's bloody, our tummies hungry, the funds we worry. Bullets flurry, corner stores and the chicken curry. Judge and jury, courtrooms and defense attorneys. Welcome everybody to the belly of the beast. See, it's a miracle if you make it out in one piece. So a nigga gotta stay war ready like a Humvee. Wrestle with reptiles, Crocodile Dundee. So you
is in San Bernardino County. Is the school in LA not in San Bernardino?
Yeah, it's in San Bernardino. The school's in San Bernardino.
Hearts f***ing curry. Judge and jury, courtrooms and defense attorneys. Welcome everybody to the belly of the beast. See, it's a miracle if you make it out in one piece. So a nigga gotta stay war ready like a Humvee. Wrestle with reptiles, Crocodile Dundee. So you the type that like it gentrified with the white yuppies. I'm the type that chill with scummy with a black scully. So I'm public enemy like Chuck D. So you know it's fuck you if it's fuck me. Your shoes crummy, your clothes bummy, you look musty. Your bitch ugly, her toes crusty, her weave dusty. Your spine's putty, your heart's fluffy, you're not gully. My son's coming, my wives love me, my life.
What happened?